we're doing a 2v2, folks, and I'm not entirely sure who is who here. Helpful. So, wait, what's going on with my zoom? There we go. I guess we've got a pair of Rus over here, but I'm not sure who they are. So, we've got... What are these names? Why are these the names? I'm going to call them vertical and horizontal. That's what I'm going to call them. It's funny, isn't it? Vertical and horizontal. That's all they're getting from me. They're a pair of Chaos, and they're up against a pair of Tyranids. It's going to be Olev and Seraf, who are playing as the Tyranids here. You've got the Ravener Alpha and you've got the Hive Tyrant. Kind of convenient that the Ravener Alpha is up top here. A lot bigger part of the map here. Well, I mean, it's not exactly a big map, is it? But there's a bit more going on there. You can try and transition through the middle, build the tunnels. That'll be helpful. Olev taking the opportunity here to go for the quick contested power node over here. And interestingly, both of the Chaos players here going for a second squad of CSM. Not sure how meta that is against Tyranids in the team games. It might be a thing for this map. That was pretty nice. Stayed hidden with the infiltration, so they didn't know the Doombolt sorcerer was there. And Doombolts, they travel quite slowly through the air, so the further away that the sorcerer is targeting the Doombolts, the more time the enemy has to dodge. So the fact that the Doombolts just came out right at point blank was brutal, and that was really good as well. That was Seraf's Hormagaunts that were walking in the wrong position right now, and CSM, of course, no slouch in melee. They are punishing the Termagants as well. And indeed, those Termagants get routed. Ravener going to have to go back to the base. It's going to be fast warriors here for Seraf. Seraf has gone for the double Termers, whereas Olev has gone for double Homers. Termer's probably going to struggle a bit against the CSM. Dual CSM, of course, with their heavy infantry armor will outtrade them in the ranged firefights very easily. And Doombolts as well from the Sorcerer could be a bit tough. So it looks like they're trying to do a bit of a pincer attack here, going through the middle. I don't know what's happening to these Termagants. I didn't even know you could path through there. What the hell? I thought you could only go around. Weird. No, not a pincer attack. They're just abandoning the top. Okay, now they're choosing to do the pincer attack. I mean, it's only 4 CSM here, so if the melee gets in there with the warriors, they should be able to just tear it to pieces. Of course, Hive Tyrant providing disruption initially is nice and good. Termagants finish off the weak one. Now the warriors and Homers can tear these CSM to shreds. That's all fine. Now, Sorcerer. Going to see another Doombots here on the Gaunts. They're splitting up, which is wise. Okay, just goes for the warriors. Gets a 1 model. A little bit of backlash, but there's still a lot of Homers around. So yeah, the CSM have got to get out of there. Got Toxic Miasma. It's the only purchase here in the Ravener Alpha. That's an interesting one. Running into the Heretics maybe to activate that Miasma. Yeah. Some pretty nasty splash damage on that, so yeah, they just want to avoid him. Of course, Heretic getting consumed there to feed the Sorcerer with more energy for a powerful Doombolt, so now the duo of Chaos Heroes can deal with both of those Termagants. What's going on down here? Chaos players not being able to get any power up on this side of the map, but I guess that's kind of fair because they've actually power noded the natural here that's meant to be controlled by Seraf. So they're actually, both sides are pretty even in the power. Tyranid is a little bit further behind. Vertical's got a tremendous amount of power here. He's not really spent anything, has he? We've got the no aspiring champion on either Heretic, just Raptors coming out now for horizontal. That of course is a 40 power expenditure from his tier 1. But even with that, Vertical has a bit more power for some reason. I don't know why that is. We got double Eternal War, that's why. Horizontal's got double Eternal War, and Vertical's just got basic CSM. So basically Horizontal here is going nice and heavy in tier 1 because he's putting on the pressure onto this lane, and he also has to make sure they don't lose this gen farm, which is his lane, so he's investing more. Whereas Vertical is going for a bit of a fast tech. An overextension there by Vertical with his Chaos Sword, going to lose him in an awkward spot, but actually it's not too bad because the Chaos Sorcerer is here and they force off most of the Tyranids. So that's alright. Olev's gone for double Raveners, that's interesting. Do we have improved Synapse? No. That'd be pretty good here, because it would buff all of his allied units as well. Improved Synapse is an armor that you can get on the Hive Tyrant to buff up all the HP of nearby Tyranids that are receptive to Synapse. But it does affect allies, so since they're having a lot of these 2v2 fights, I feel like that could be quite a good purchase, but probably not a priority right now. Certainly when Vertical is going tier 2. Huge amount of damage on the Raveners here. I think Olev not really paying attention. He's too busy looking down at this side of the map, because he's of course ensuring that this power node is denied to Vertical. So we're still even on that one. Neither side able to get any power up on their secondary natural, but we do see some power coming up for Chaos over here in this contested, but they need to protect it. Hormiguts are on it, perhaps looking to steal. I'm not really sure what the Ravener's doing here. It's got these upgrades, but it doesn't have a melee weapon. It is okay in melee by default, but I wouldn't be upgrading it with 2 Wargears to go into melee without getting a melee weapon. Anyway, that's what Seraf's doing. God, those Doom Bolts are brutal, man. Follow it up with a few bolt pistol shots. I'm surprised that no more of those Hormigut models have dropped yet. Hive Tyrant needs to be careful. He's getting quite low, probably waiting for a special, but he's not getting it. And now he gets killed by the Raptors. Fortunately, the Ravener Alpha's right there. Should be able to heal him. Yeah, they're just going to revive. Doombolt's very scary, looks like. Oh wow, Vertical has gone for double Khorne Chaos Space Marines. What the heck? I mean, that's a counter to Raveners. Olev is getting Spore Mines. Yeah, he's like, shit, I don't even want to go near that. Wow. That is quite eccentric. You do not see that very often. Now he's upgrading them with the Eternal War as well, so gets to tier 2 before anyone, and his first purchase is not a Blood Crusher, not a Dreadnought, not a vehicle to exploit that tier 2 advantage, but Khorne Chaos Space Marines. How strange. We'll see how they do. I mean, certainly against this composition that Olev has, they should be very good. They will tear Hormiguts to pieces. The special attacks on these Khorne Chaos Space Marines are brutal. They do huge AoE damage, so that will hurt the Hormiguts a lot. Remember, Hormiguts only have 55 melee skill, so they're not very good at having a one-on-one fight with other melee squads. They're really good DPS, but you need to support them. And then the Raveners, well, they're generally decent against melee, but not heavy infantry melee, with improved melee charge. And just a load of HP. As you can see, when they're in melee, they're just barely taking any damage at all from the ranged attacks of the Raveners. And I don't know what that burrow was. That was kind of crazy, to be honest. Burrowing that deep into them. I'm surprised they haven't lost more models. Now the Hive Tyrant's in trouble. I would just retreat him out, to be honest. Khorne Chaos Space Marines are very fast, so they're very scary in retreat. But you should get away from that, yeah. Let the Galaxy Burns come out as well. That'd be good to disrupt the Gaunts. Right now, looking a bit tricky, but Vertical did lose his Heretics somewhere, perhaps from this flank down here. The Hormiguts split up from the rest of Olev's forces and I suppose went down the middle and down this side, so still Vertical is unable to get his natural power online. Seraf did get a power node on it, but he isn't able to keep it either, and he looks like he lost a Hormigut squad that was perhaps going around to try and cap the back. We'll see Horizontal here just running around the Heretics with 3 models, not using them for combat, but just using them as a capping unit. Why not? They cap just as quick with 3 models as they would with 8. So perhaps a bit of an attempt at doing some gen bashing here, but just too many units from the Tyranids coming out. Bit of a misplay, really. Should have focused his attention on just staying here, protecting this area for a bit longer. I mean, he hadn't even caught that requisition point. But now he's going to rely on his Chaos Lord doing that. Big rotation in the centre here. Both the CSM and the Sorcerer are horizontal, as well as the Raptors, all moving down. Just the Heretics on this side. For some reason, not finishing the job. I guess they want to go deny that little bit of power that you get from Power Node. You don't get much, though, just from a power point without a node. And there's a Dark Flames, mostly dodged. They're not going to be retreating in this direction, so it was a bit of a waste. Honestly, probably should be going into melee with Raveners and Term. You can say they both do reasonable amounts of damage in melee, but a little bit late on it, and they don't actually pick up any more than 1 Raptor. What a Warp Fire as well right now. Demon Shield coming down. We're getting all the upgrades on the Chaos Sorcerer. I do like it though. He's been putting in a lot of work with those ranged spells. So getting the Demon Armor makes a lot of sense. Wow, look at that. The damage coming out of both of these. CSM, no Makazinch, but they don't need it. Clearly a lot of damage out here to the light infantry, and finishing off one of the Terminate squads in retreat as well. That's kind of brutal. It's like they had, at least one of them had Slaughter activated, which I believe is 20% more range damage. Of course, it also lets you swap out to a melee loadout if you want to. Quick look over here. Ooh, sneaky Venabrood doing a bit of bashing. I mean, and Seraf is really failing quite hard right now. Homogot's going into melee with Corncare Space Marines, going about as you'd expect, terribly. Do see the Rending Talons picked up here on the Hive Tyrant for a bit of disruption in the melee fights, but you know, that's mostly used to counter tier 1 melee in terms of the damage. It's always nice to have that disruption, but fucking hell, you've seen the damage, it just didn't do anything to Corncare Space Marines. And as these guys level, they're only going to get more and more problematic. Right now they're in melee, so they're taking 50% reduced damage from ranged attacks. They're also getting improved regen because they're in combat. And look, they're just shrugging off the Raveners and the Termagants like it's nothing. They don't give a damn. Add the Demon Shield, causing even more range damage resistance to anyone in this aura. I'm a bit concerned for the Tyranids, if I'm being honest. Vertical is heading all the way to tier 3 right now. If we look at the VPs, though, they are slightly in favour of the Tyranids, so I guess that's where they've got an advantage. We do have Death Spitters. They need to retreat, though, with Raptors jumping on their head. We have the Acid Splatter as well, so the Acid Splatter Ravener will be able to deal with these guys quite easily. Doesn't want to fight Raptors and double Corncare Space Marines. But here's a bunch of Tyranids, another Dark Flames. But they're kind of wasting it because it's not in retreat path. If he had it here, that might have been a dead Hormagaunt squad, rather than here. So a bit of pressure did come onto the farm there, but yeah, Red Team lost their farm as well. So it's, overall it's pretty even. Warriors just capping on the side, secretly and silently there. Acid Splatter's going to be so strong in those melee fights. Because he's got the hardened carapace though, he will be vulnerable to knockback, which would not be the case if he had the kiting, the reinforced kiting, which is generally better, I think, for a melee build. One of the advantages of the hardened carapace though is that you can burrow in a melee fight and then hit retreat, and your Ravener Alpha will launch out of the ground and knock everything away that's around you, which can be good to get out of a bad melee fight. Can they kill him? If they went into melee, they would kill him. They were a bit late on that, but they're going to anyway. No adrenal glands on that warrior squad, so quite fragile for a tier 1 squad. Would be a lot better if they had their adrenal glands, but they don't. And the first choice of vertical in tier 3 is going to be the Chaos Terminators. So these guys do have melee resist, which is helping them against that Acid Splatter, but you can see that 55 power melee DPS with Splash. Pretty damn scary. Putting on the pain to the Terminators. They teleport out of there, they've got their Khorne Berserkers running in to back them up right now, and yeah, these guys are a problem. Then they're demoralizing the entire Tyranid army, reducing the amount of damage they do with every kill, and now they've got an autocannon for splash damage. So good job the Tyranids have the numbers. They've got a Brood Nest here, so really the Terminators right now should be focusing on the Brood Nest. Ooh, Cataclysm on a Venom Brood, that's interesting. Wow, look at the damage coming out right now. Ooh, Ravener was in there as well, couldn't see him because of his lack of a Decorator. Actually kills one of the Khorne Berserker squads. And a Terminator has now fallen. Is Ravener still chewing? He is, with the Gene Stealers. A lot of power melee damage coming out right now. Tried to disrupt it vertical with a Let the Galaxy Burn, but it was only so effective. Death Spitters still in play. 3 models. Remember, these have got Inferno damage ranged weapons right now, so they actually will do full damage to the super heavy infantry armor of the Chaos Terminators. A nice counter. Likewise, they will do full damage to the Khorne Space Marines. So much better than your pacing Devourers that you get on your Raveners and your Termagants. But here's a big flank. Should be able to take out this Brood Nest. Wow, he doesn't commit to it. Damn. Yeah, he really needs to take that out. Could hit it with a Dark Flames and kill it pretty much straight away. Ooh, Subjugation. Not sure what the plan is here with the Subjugation. The Hive Tyrant was invulnerable there thanks to the Bonded Exocet, and he really should have sent the Subjugated G-Stealers into the Termagants, not walking them into his own line. The Genestealer's getting low on HP right now. They're doing a good job. They're flinging units around, which is kind of what Genestealers do. Corn Marines approaching as well. Seems, yeah, Tyrann is taking this opportunity to catch up the other side of the map, which is going well for them. It looks like a bit of a micro error there. Raveners and the Hive Tyrant in melee actually taking out one of the Tzeentch Space Marines. They were potentially level 4 because its buddy is. So that's a big win. Does lose the Hive Tyrant for his worries, but honestly, that's not too bad. They've killed 2 of the CSM right now, and if we look at the rosters, basically everyone is getting wrecked. Absolutely getting wrecked. Seraf's going to be going to tier 3. Horizontal's already in tier 3. In fact, so is Vertical, of course, because they got the Chaos Terminators as their first choice. Let's see, Predator. It's going to be the choice for Horizontal. Swing and a miss there on the Doom Bolts. See how this Let the Galaxy Burn does. Mostly missed. Needed it a little bit more down to the left. Oh, that's a nice burrow there onto the CSM, knocking him forward just as the Genestealers got into melee. And I think the double Genestealers here with the Raveners should be able to actually beat these Berserkers. Yeah, they're going to retreat. Oh, is the Ravener Alpha in there again? No. Ravener Alpha is reviving the Hive Tyrant. But here comes the Predator. Can it turn the game? Tyrann is really ahead in VPs though, jeez. It's got a Heretics afterwards, presumably just for a best spot. Another Dark Flames in retreat. Not needed. Kills the Genestealer squad anyway. Going to be a Venom Brood for Olev. Olev basically committing right now to staying in tier 2. Scouting out with the Ravener. Seeing what's approaching. Mark Corn is the choice for the Chaos Predator. Probably the highest pick choice at the moment. It's just versatile. There's no downside to it. You get 75% more damage on your bolters, 25% more damage on your main battle cannon. You get 0.25 extra speed as well. So literally no downside. It's just a nice versatile tank. You still have a very squishy tank though. Only 700 HP in a tank is not a lot. So Venom Brood needs to start shooting the damn tank. Shooting with the Sorcerer right now for some reason. Guess Olev's air moving. Subjugated Genestealers tying up the Venom Brood. Yeah, that's a problem. Heretics are on repair duties. And the Hive Tyrant is going to get forced off as well. Oh, is he going to go down again? He needs to retreat. Don't let them Berserkers get nearby. They're probably going to get him, aren't they? Yep. Yeah, Corn Care Space Marines in retreat. Pretty damn scary, especially at level 4. So what's the plan for the Nids? I mean, they've got to wait for Seraf to get something, I suppose. Raptors should have to retreat here. They don't want to take a fight with the Ravener Alpha. Yeah, he's really scary with that Acid Splatter. Very scary in melee. I'm going to push him back somehow. I'm kind of surprised, given his only AV is 1 squad of Venom Brood. I feel like the use of the Terminators here has been very conservative. And yeah, Terminators show their face alongside the Predator. That's going to be the end of Olev. Got to get out of there. Can't unfortunately see the revive bar here, so we don't know how close the Ravener is. He just gets it. Nicely done there. Just gets the Hive Tyrant up. Might be time for the Hive Tyrant to don his Venom Cannon. Okay. Swarm Mod is going to be the pick for Seraf. He says it's on the way, but it's not. I hate when players do that. Well, you gotta say soon instead of on the way. There it is. Look at the Death Spitters, man. All of them hitting that same model. Killed it quite quick. That's a level 4 Corn Marine. That's pretty good. But yeah, once they've got in melee charge range, you gotta get the hell out of there. Of course, they were trying to run back to the safety of the Ravener Alpha, but the plasma pistols are doing some real damage. Triple cap against the red team right now. The Tyranids need to do something. What is the plan, Tyrannidos? What is the plan? Why did he stop capping? Weird. I don't understand why he stopped capping. He needs to... Red team really need to get this VP, because there's no way they're pushing this off anytime soon. So they've got a problem. Obviously they're stalling right now for the Swarm Lord, but they're quite low on VPs. I mean, they are ahead of the blue team for now. Don't know for how long at this rate. So you see the little trick there where all the Raptors got knocked back. That was where he burrowed and then hit retreat instantly, and then he emerges from his burrow with a burrow strike and knocks them over. But initially, the reason why he was getting wrecked in that fight, 1v1, was because he was getting knocked over. I think he got knocked over by a special, and then he also got knocked over by the Demonic Fury from the Aspirant Champion. But if he had the Reinforced Chitin, then that wouldn't happen because you'd be immune to knockback. So, Neurothrop is the follow-up to the Swarm Lord. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, that's going to be amazing, because right now you've got triple Chaos Terminators. Needs to move his Venom Brood back right now. Even with the damage resistance from the base, it's getting wrecked. Holy shit. Wow. They are base raping right now, which is a really stupid idea, because there are a horde of Tyranids coming with the Swarm Lord. Remember, Tyranids nearby to the Swarm Lord will get a bonus to their speed, which is very scary with Gene Stealers. But also they can reinforce off of this bad boy. So if you've got a nice stockpile of resources, which to be fair, it looks like the Tyranids do, now Olev doesn't, but they did do. They should be quite good. Double Venom Brood here for Olev. Putting a lot of pressure onto the Predator. I suppose when you kill the Predator as well, you can swap out to the Death Spitters. Here comes the Tyranno formation on that blob of Terminators. Mostly useful for the buffs it provides, but unfortunately hitting their own Venom Brood there, which was not very smart. Gene Stealers are reinforcing to stay in the game, but they're getting too far away from the Swarm Lord right now. Where are they? They're still reinforcing. They don't care. Swarm Lord chasing after the Predator. I think it's on the rear armor, so it is, and it kills the Predator. Subjugated Venom Brood trying to do some damage to the Swarm Lord, but not going to do that much. And the Gene Stealers get out as well. Oh no. Sorcerer? No Rod of Warpfire. I don't know if he'd used the Warpfire. Okay, Gene Stealers went down anyway. What the hell even killed them? Maybe a bit of Terminator focus fire? I'm not even sure. Plague Marines are now out for vertical. Well, I mean, it's a good option to deal with the Swarm Lord. What happened with the Neurothrop? Did that not even fight? The whole fight, the Neurothrop was in base? Or maybe I missed it and it did fight. If it was in base the whole time, then that is a severe fuck up from Seraf. Having that Neurothrop there, using that Paroxysm, which is percentage based damage, which is multiplied against super heavy infantry armor. That'd be amazing to whittle down these Terminators. Paroxysm. There we go. Let's see how much it does. They were on about 3,500. So they didn't even stay in it fully there, but that was about 500 HP off the Terminators. It's a pretty juicy ability. Pretty juicy. Really good counter to those very tough, super heavy infantry enemies. Paroxysm over here, send the Plague Marines flying. Not going to do a whole lot, to be honest. Don't really think he needs to be concerned with them. Unlike the Bloodletters, they don't really do too much in melee, but right now he's got to be a little bit careful. These summoned Bloodletters could be a problem. 5 turrets right on the front lines, just tanking. Not really going to do a whole lot with its rending talons. Basic melee DPS. Not going to do too much here to Terminators. Swarmlord is tearing those Plague Marines to pieces, man. What on earth? They were desperate for the cap there, and that was a terrible play from Vertical. Terrible. You really needed them to snare the Swarmlord, and with the autocannon support here from the Terminators, that would have been beautiful. So you got that Leech Essence, but there's not that many models around here. It's just Terminators, so kind of lacking in models. He is healing a fair bit, but now you've got 6 Power Fists on him and an autocannon. I mean, he's killing them slowly. Yeah, this is not where he wants to be. He's going to die. Not good. He shouldn't have been here. Don't know why he was fighting on his own like that for so long. I mean, they've killed a couple of Terminators. Of course, Terminators can't retreat, so that's okay. They've got to go back to the base. There is a potential for the Ravener Alpha to snag one of them here, but I don't know if he's got enough HP to do it. No, looks like he's retreating. What did you just get knocked over by? Oh, was that a warp fire or something? It's very hard to see. Paroxysm on this Chaos Terminator. They're going to back off the base. You got Carnifex for Seraf. Gonna gobble up the Sorcerer. Oh no. Level 10 Sorcerer, holy shit. Just realised that now. Wow, level 10 Sorcerer and a level 10 Chaos Lord, what on earth? And there is an Abyss! Oh, that is a beautiful Abyss right on the retreat path. Gorgeous. Beautifully done. Wipes the squad of the Venom Brood. Chaos Lord needs to start bonking on that Hive Tyrant. Raptors securing the contested. These Venoms need to move out fast. There's nothing guarding it. Of course, Seraph doesn't know that though. Level 4 Raptors. I wonder how they would fare against level 1 Gene Stealers. Probably a bit RNG. Might depend on the specials that the Genes proc. Marines taking tremendous damage here from the Carnifex, but of course they are a distraction. It needs to leave. Ravener Alpha there. Maybe a little bit slow to realise it was getting shot, or maybe left the base without full HP, because really it should be winning. Ha! Subjugates the Neurothrope and uses Cataclysm to knock the Raveners off the point. Nice delaying tactics there from Horizontal. But the Carnifex is still in the base, and I don't understand why. I don't understand what Seraph's doing. Why is he in the base? I mean, he charges out now, but way too late. It should have been gone ages before this. Man. Deathspit is not going to be able to get the decap. They're kind of desperate for it. 56 VPs. I mean, they should be capping this, right? Yeah. I think Chaos Space Marines finally get killed by the Gene Stealers. There is a brood nest over there to support them as well. But they can't get the... They can't get the decap on the natural. And that's problematic because they're getting pushed off right now with the Tyranids. So Chaos is probably going to take their natural and win on the 2-1. Ravener Alpha is going to rotate over. Try and prevent that. Level 9 Ravener Alpha. Ooh, but look at this! No heretics left on the field right now, so there's no detectors for chaos, and that means it is the opportunity for the sneaky Lictor to go around the back. Direct missile hit there from the Plague Marines on the Ravener Alpha. This is potentially a winning play. What's he doing? Get on the point. 50% extra capping speed on that Lictor. Burrow to disrupt the cap from the Plague Marines there, summoning more demons. Forcing off those rafts. Okay. Seen a few Let the Galaxy Burns this game. You honestly don't see that wargear too much. I feel like it's been alright. I feel like the execution's been a little lacking at times. So the Lictor did manage to catch this. He's doing a lot of damage right now to the Terminators. They should be able to push through, but really they should be teleporting away, letting the Plague Marines. I guess the problem is the Plague Marines can get disrupted by specials. Okay, they're going to take over anyway. Chaos are throwing everything in here, and they're kind of losing a load of units. They're down to literally 1 Terminator model, and they had 9 not so long ago. Look at the speed the Lictor is decapping at. Decaps it again. Brilliant for the red team. They're going to do this. They're going to do this, aren't they? There's nothing even approaching the contested. Okay, there is. There's a Bloodletter squad. Is that... Yeah, bought from the HQ, but double Gene Stealers, no chance. The Bloodletters are going to get wrecked. Can't take the natural. They're not pushing it. And there's even a Hive Tyrant capping right now. The Hive Tyrant is capping. Not the Plague Marines. The Hive Tyrant is capping, and there's nothing even here to deal with it. Wow, Terminator's just got killed by the Lictor as well. Absolutely brilliant. What a great way to end the game for the Tyranids. Kind of crazy plays at the end there from Seraf, just yeeting his Swarm Lord and Carnifex in and kind of leaving them to die as a distraction. I feel like the Neurothorpe was a little bit late to some of those engagements, but it did quite well. But nice to see the Lictor putting in a lot of work there. Interesting to see the team play in this game. Olev staying tier 2 throughout all of this, getting the G-Stealers, helping deal with those Khorne Berserkers. And then also in tier 1, the fact that Vertical was the one who fast-teched, and then Horizontal went for the heavier tier 1. It doesn't really make sense fast-teching into double Khorne Marines. I mean, look, they did well, but why do you need to fast-tech into them? Like, I don't know, get a Blood Crusher or something, or get a Dreadnought. Chaos Dreadnought's pretty good right now, especially against Nids. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed that one, folks. A bit of 2v2 action for you. That's going to be all from your boy Torpid. I am signing out.